to this lesson, in this lesson we'll be treating basis of taxonomy. So first we'll be explaining what taxonomy is. So taxonomy is a scientific discipline concerned with the classification, naming and identification of organisms. So it is where you try to group organisms based on their naming, their classifications and based on identification. So it provides a systematic framework for organizing the diversities of life on Earth. So both plants and animal, yes, they are also grouped using taxonomy. So based on their shared characteristics and also evolutionary relationships. So let's see. Basic units of taxonomy is species. So this is the basic units of taxonomy. And organisms are grouped into hierarchical categories such as genus, family, order, class, phylum, and kingdom. This system was developed by a scientist known as Carl Linnaeus, and this system that he created was called the Linnean system, and is still in use till today for taxonomy and for classifying organisms according to their hierarchy. So taxonomic classification is based on morphological, anatomical, and psychological. Taxonomic classification is based on morphological, anatomical, psychological, and genetic characteristics. And with advancements in microbiology, genetic analysis has become more powerful, and it has been a tool for determining evolutionary relationships between organisms. So with the study of with the implementation of taxonomy, we can be able to grade different organisms as being related to themselves or being from the same descent, and we could tell organisms that can be said to have evolved from other species. So the principle of taxonomy includes binomial nomenclature. So it's a system whereby you would give organisms a single name by combining two characteristics or two species identifiers. So this system was developed by Carl Linnaeus, as I mentioned earlier, in which each species is assigned two unique parts or two unique naming parts, and this naming part is usually consisting of a genus followed by the species. So example, we have Homo sapien, which is representing humans. So Homo is the genus, while the species is known as sapiens. So this represents humans, and it is used to specifically identify species that are known as humans. So no other organism that is not human can be called Homo sapiens. So Homo sapiens is used to specifically define humans. So we would have something like Leo felis, representing lion or a breed of lion. So this combination of names, both their genus name and their species name, is the form of naming that is called binomial nomenclature. So this standard of naming allows scientists worldwide to communicate clearly about specific organisms without confusion caused by regional common names. So taxonomy also relies on the concept of phylogeny or phylogeny. So this refers to the evolutionary history and relationship among organisms. So phylogenetic trees visually represent their relationship based on genetic and morphological data. So this is a particular kind of diagram that is used to represent the relationship of organisms based on their genetics and also their morphological data. So accurate taxonomy is essential in fields such as ecology, medicine, and agriculture, and this is necessary because it allows scientists to be able to communicate effectively about species, understanding their diversity, and also develop conservative strategies to prevent species from being completely extinct, especially species that are termed endangered species. So it's a way to create conservation strategies to prevent the extinction of some of all these living organisms. So in conclusion, taxonomy provides a structured way to name and classify organisms based on shared traits and evolutionary relationship. It's a foundational tool in biological science, aiding in research, conservation, and communication across disciplines. So that will be all for this lesson, and I'll be saying goodbye.